Nice turnout of Zoom friends. Great to see you. Happy Wednesday. I hope everything's going swimmingly for you. And to my growing YouTube tribe, whether you're watching recorded or live stream, thank you. Thanks for sharing and liking and subscribing. It's really helping. The algorithm is starting to go, it's achieving critical mass. And I'm grateful because I believe yoga is good for everybody, and the world could use the peace, the calm, the serenity, the strength, the wisdom, the alignment that yoga brings at whatever level you can reach it. This is yoga for everybody. You don't have to be a circus performer or an acrobat. If you are, welcome. We're going to spend the first 10 minutes on the back, which means, golly, 6, 7 more minutes. Find your breath, cool your jets. Good kitty, good kitty. Good. Maybe it's time to breathe slightly more deeply, not hyperventilating, but just a little extra inhale, a little extra exhale. Bring a certain continuity, rhythm, smoothness, balance, depth to your breath. It'll change your state. See some friends just getting in. Welcome. We're on the back. Retire on your back. Let your facial muscles relax. Let your eyes soften. Let your jaw, mouth, lips, tongue relax. We're breathing down from our belly button now. Good. Then a good minute to feel your feels, catch up with yourself, observe the great energies of your subterranean depths. Timing is good, no rush. Hi, Casey. Good to see you. Okay, friends, you've done a good job observing and witnessing your feelings. Biggest inhale you got. Exhale, let it all go, empty out. Be a calm and peaceful cat. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circulate extra super feel good around yourself. Arms up to the ceiling. Lace your hands. Stretch your arms back up over your head. Stretch out long and proud. Writhe around a little bit. Get your first thing in the morning stretchy. I'm going to go drink some coffee feeling. Goofy grin on your face. Everything's okay. I've got a friend that says if you look down and there's not an alligator crawling up your leg, then everything is fine. Bring your knees in, roll around on your back, with or without alligators. Sometimes you just have a bad case of alligators. Other way. My cat would like to meet an alligator, that's for sure. I'll make a handbag out of you, he'd say. Good, let's roll up, you guys, and let's begin doing not very much. Yes. Ah, hello. Looney, what do you have to say to everybody? I would eat alligator. Yes, I would. I'd also eat a cat treat, it would be easier. Enjoy the simple stuff, man. John Lennon said life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. And then somebody shot him right in the chest and killed him. So who knew? Anyway, it's great to see you. Zoom friends, always a blessing. YouTube friends, thanks for being part of this expanding tribe with a great vibe. We'll bring pause into our heart. We'll deliver a little prayer, blessing, invocation, affirmation over the class. God, love, source, infinite higher organizing intelligence. Bless us with precisely the best movements, the best insight, the best that we need to thrive and prosper. Om, amen. Shoulders, 1, 2. Good turnout tonight. Grateful to see you. I've been very busy today, I promise. 6, 7, 8, other way. 86 degrees tomorrow, time to change the bedding, make it a little lighter. My cat's shedding. I posted a picture of him on Facebook on his back, and some people said that he looked fat, and he didn't really like it. He said, "Do you think my fur makes me look fat?" I said, "No, I think it makes you look adorable." Good. Drop your chin, take your head around. 1. We're just going to do all the things. 3. Looks like I'm playing golf tomorrow in the 86 degrees with my friends. I better get my joints juiced. 7, 8, other way. If you're brand new, this is a carefully sequenced delivery of movements that, when done in the proper order, bring full human enlightenment. 7, 8. Relax your head down, close your eyes. Now, maybe you don't know what ujjayi breathing is, but I could teach you. It's just dropping your chin, closing your eyes, and making a little throaty, whispery sound at the back of your throat. It's not intense. You're not trying to hack up a hairball. You're just making a little friction by gently squeezing your glottis. My what? And it makes a little seashell sound in your head. It drowns out the incessant caterwauling of our minds. Good. Sufficient. Very good. Did you know petting your pet delivers endogenous morphines? You need them because soon he'll bite you. Palms out, open, elbows together because you can and I can't. Lean forward into your paws. And let's walk the cat a little bit side to side. When you were in elementary school, did you have that one friend who could bend their thumb all the way back to their forearm? We all did. And they were, quote, double jointed, even though there's no such thing as that. But I'm not one of those people. I'm just boring, orthodox, and regular. So I'm going side to side to open up a little bit. Good. Now I'm going to lean into both of them, drop my chin, make more of that ujjayi breathing. And at any moment, when you least expect it, like a thief in the night, a certain sense of peace, blissfulness, and everything is perfectly okay, may very well wash over you. Of course, the mind wants an ironclad guarantee that, like, the next 30 years are going to go exactly perfectly. Only good things will happen. But that doesn't seem to be the way that life works. A good thing is this very moment is blessed, content, fulfilling, grateful. If you have a lot of moments like that in a row, then you're set. Good, kitty mittens. All right. Bring your bent hands out. Maybe stick your feet together like this. My cat is so soft. Go like this and like this, in and out. You're going to take a swing at that hand? Thinking about it. In, out, in. Behind your back for handcuffs. Up your back. Wrists inside your armpits, elbows inside your knees. If you can't, boy, are you in the right place. Squeeze your elbows together, but don't break your wrists. More of that calm, peaceful ujjayi breathing. You know, you could get a job working as a whale if you wanted to. Be a big whale. Find just Goldilocks it, find just the right amount of sensation. Good, kitty cats. Now, let your knees flop out and roll out your hands. You gotta write poems, you gotta paint paintings, you gotta mold ceramics, gotta play your instruments, gotta go golfing. So we're gonna keep our hands lively. Go the other way. Beautiful movement. You're falling asleep, aren't you? You are. Shake it out. It's funny to see him right on the edge. The frisky and risky and calm and peaceful part of the brain are very close together. Hello, calm and peaceful. This class is, I really like this class so far. This just kicks ass on Monday. Hi, stretchy. Cup your hands at your heart. Drop your chin. Close your eyes. We have everything we need right here in this very moment to be ecstatically, blissfully happy exactly the way that it is, contrary to popular opinion. Life is a state of consciousness. If the state of consciousness is healthy, aligned, sane, sober, calm, peaceful, grateful, then you're set. Good, but maybe that's not the case. Maybe you still have mental tension. Guess where mental tension goes in your body? Almost nobody knows this unless you're one of my students, but it accumulates in the feet, the ankles, the calves, and the shins. That's why you don't want to have this part of your body die. We're going to fix that. I'm going to go slightly to the side. Now, you don't have to use a blanket for this, but you'll be crying. So I'm going to put my right ankle right over the top of my left ankle, except I'm going to put a blanket over the top. So now my right ankle's right on top of my left ankle. Almost nobody likes this, but if you mature sufficiently and you build some character, after a while, you'll love this pose. You will fall in love with it. Just like broccoli, you hated it when you were a kid. Now you would do anything for broccoli. So right ankle's over the left. My legs are relaxed. Now, you might be leaning back going, oh man, this is really tight. And if it's the case, there's hope for you. Otherwise, you're just going to lean forward and find the place where you can't lean forward no more. Now, when you come down, you don't want your feet to harden. You want them to soften. And the analogy, of course, is your feet are toothpaste tubes. And each of your toes, you come down the toothpaste, squeezes out of your toes. Relax your head down. My cat is eyes rolled back, catatonia. He doesn't usually do that during class. He knows that it's Wednesday class. Inhale, look forward, elongate your spine a little. Good. Relax forward. Just ride that beautiful edge of your edge. Soft feet. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Of course, if we were little kids, we would just stick our head underneath our feet. Hello. Purr, purr, purr. Couple more moments. This pose starts when you think it's over. Good. And please come up. By the way, none of these poses are wasted. They all have like 10 or 1,000 times benefit. So trust me. You hang out with me, you're going to the moon, kitty cats. Trust me. Now there's my right ankle. I put buffer over top. Lefty goes right. It seems to fit just right. And I pull back on my hi, how you doing's a little bit. I jiggle my spine to get it longer. I soften my feet. And this is called oyster or clamshell. You fold over yourself. Wiggle your toes a little. Don't let your feet harden. Let them melt. Permission to stop thinking. Good. With your eyes closed, what's your emotional state right now? Are you excited? You anticipatory? Are you bored? Are you confused? Are you anxious? Are you not sure? Some people have no idea. They can't name their emotions. So cognitive behavioral therapists give them a big chart of all the different emotional names, and then they can begin to identify how they feel. Other people have no problem. They'll be glad to tell you. Inhale, look forward. Just grow your spine out a little. With one more exhale, we'll visit and we'll almost be complete with the opening of the feet. Drop your chin. Good, yogis. Come on up. Excellent progress so far. Excellent. We are right on schedule. Aw. Okay. Well, we visited down south of the border. So right fingers, upper back left corner of your block. Lean your head to the right. Drop your chin. Sandbag on your left shoulder. Gravity's very strong today. My cat is pinned to the floor. He just can't even move. Yin yoga is very challenging for a lot of people. They can't do it. They're too jumpy, they're too edgy. It's their attention has fractured and they have TikTok brain. Do you have TikTok brain? Good. And bring your head back. Left fingers back, right corner. Tiltasana. Tilt first, then drop chin, then tilt, then drop, then tilt, then drop. Relax your mouth. You just can't do a quick drive-by of this pose. You just can't go driving by at 100 miles an hour like people in front of my house. The speed limit in front of my house, get this, 30 miles an hour. I've seen people go by at least 100. It's really comforting. Where are you going? Good, and bring your head back up. Good, you guys. Oh, man, we are making good progresses. Let's chant Om together. I don't think we have yet. Whew. Inhale. You guys sound great. Grab your elbows the most intuitive way. Bring them up. If you get stopped here, then you're in the right place. Bring them way back and take them side to side. Now switch the cross, and then you get life from the other angle. We're just like Judy Collins. We've looked at life from both sides now. She didn't write that song. Her good friend Joni Mitchell wrote it. They were living in Laurel Canyon in 1968. All the cool kids were. Good. And then bring your arms down. Ooh, beautiful. All right. Now, I know how much some of you don't like kneeling. So I have figured out how to kneel if you can't kneel, because that's my job. Been doing this since the turn of the century, just so you know. So maybe you can't kneel, but if you can't, because of knee problems, you can always elevate your booty buns like this, okay? So I'm sitting on 2 blocks. Am I embarrassed doing this? I'm embarrassed doing everything. So I'm just gonna re-square myself with the camera. Now, if you're an expert kneeler, the deepest kind of kneeling pose, knees together, ankles spread wide, and your butt cheeks on the floor. Little kids love that pose. Big kids, generally not, okay? But we're going to be here for a little while, so if you're dying, it's not my fault because I gave you an option, didn't I? Right? So now this is also asana. A lot of people meditate kneeling. They meditate on the anguish and the misery of kneeling, but you don't have to. Now, the reason we're doing this is we're spending a lot of attention on our feet, calves, ankles, and shins. So now you want to bring your left foot out like this. It's half kneeling, half squatting. And because the knee is bent and the left heel pulls in, it gives terrific leverage over your left lower calf muscle and your Achilles tendon. And then as you lean out over your left thigh, your left lower calf and Achilles tendon, they will, in muscle language, they will say expletive deleted as you lean over it. Ooh, that's tight. I just did a 2-mile walk and my calves and shins still have not acclimated to playing the drums after 2 years. I guess it takes 5 years, but man, my calves get so tight. So we're going to stretch them out a little bit, about a minute. We really want that left heel totes down, almost the feeling that you could lift your left toes. That would be a very lively foot. And just keep leaning in until you feel screaming hot molten lava running up and down the back of your left leg. Somebody just tuning in for the first time on YouTube, this is the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life, and you'd be wrong. Some people would make fun of this kind of yoga, but when you get to be 70 or 80 or 90 or 100 years old and you're still walking around and skipping and jumping and singing in the rain like Gene Kelly, and all of your friends are in walkers, then you'll be laughing at them. Not too much longer. Hang in there. You can do it. Good, kitty cats. Come up out of that. Now, the cool thing about sitting way up high is it's easier to put this one back in the holster and draw this one out of the quiver. If you're sitting all the way down, you can still do it. Now, the key is after you got your foot out, if you did, you slide your heel back in as far as it's going to go underneath you, as long as the heel is down. I really want an adhesion of your heel to the floor. Once developed, then, or once established, then you're going to develop leverage by leaning your upper body over your right thigh knee. Thigh knee. Then you can stop thinking. When you stop thinking, great ideas, plans, creative inspiration flow into our head. We have to admit, almost all the great psychiatrists, psychologists, neuroanatomists, we don't really know where our thoughts come from, especially the brilliant ones. They just seem, where do they come from? They just appear. When the mind is quiet. Okay, that feels good. Now we're going to put righty back in the quiver. You might be quivering. Now here's a pose that's filled with, in England they would say controversy if you're from a particular part of London, but I'm just going to lean back. Now I've got friends that flop on their back, just ragdoll people. For me, if I sitting up this high, if I can just get my hands on the floor and lean back, I'm pretty damn happy. Okay? If you're really tight, you're brand new to this, you feel hopeless, you feel like you're left out of the game, just do what you can. And if you can't do it, just watch for a minute. Stay in the class the whole time. Don't give up. Success may be in question, but failure is guaranteed if you give up, okay? No giving up. We're never sure if we can guarantee success, but we're absolutely certain that we can guarantee failure. So give it a go. Don't you know? Good. Come on up. One of the cool things about online yoga that I've discovered since the onset of the pandemic, if you're doing it in your home, of course there it's maybe not the best thing, but on the other hand, no one's judging you. You're not feeling judged by other people. You're able to do what you can. You're able to do it without being impinged or constrained. So let's get out of this. And then if you're sitting up on something, get off that. And now we're really going to switch gears. We're going into a whole different mode of inversion. And again, I try to build these. Honestly, my classes are probably built for people that are over 40. Not me. So we're gonna do bridge pose, and that's the one. I love this sequence, one of my very favorite. I developed this whole thing on my own. I thought of it myself. And I am just gonna put my biggest flat block right under my tail feathers. Not two. I could get a car jack and jack up my hips another 5 inch. I could do it, but I want to do this instead. Because after that, all that stretching of our feet and our ankles and our shins and our calves, I want to reverse the circulation and let all that healing and good energy be realized as the result of an inversion. Now my block has another size. I can lift my booty buns 2 more inches. Yeah, and I have these really big blocks. I suggest you get them. I'm going to start selling them on YouTube, so hang on. Anyway, my butt's lifted 3, 4, 5 inches. My legs are up. And I don't turn my head when my neck is in flexion. In other words, I enjoy this long back of my neck. There's been a lot of dropping of our chin in class today. So we're doing good squeezing of our thyroid. And we'll do this for about a minute, and then we'll go through a delightful sequence of hip rendering mischief. Yin Yoga builds patience. Yin is an acronym. It stands for why I in this pose so long. Most people never invert. They never ever go upside down in any way, shape, or form. And so a bunch of gunk pools at the end of our body dies from the feet up, and it's not good. But if you're a yogi and you do this at any level as best you can, you'll reverse that aging process. If you're on YouTube, I've got a student. She's 88 years old, and she is in better shape than everybody because she does the yogas for many years. Good, now we're going to do the splits. Now, do my legs come out to 180 degrees? No, they don't. Ankles, 5. A lot of good feet stuff tonight, isn't there? 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, now this might be horribly strong for you. If it is, just, make any modification. You can bring your legs down for a moment and then go back into it. I'm used to this. I have been doing this for a while. Good, now squeeze your ruined legs back together. Wrap your left thigh over your right as strong as you can. For you bendy bears, I want your left ankle to go underneath your right ankle. If you're a stiffy bear and can only cross your knees and not your ankles, that's okay. And then slowly drift your right foot flat onto the floor. And now we're stretching the front of our body, our hip flexors, our quadriceps, just a systemic, really good for a stretch of a part of our body that is, for most people, petrified, atrophied. Breathe from your belly. Our respiration is calming, our breath is slowing, our blood pressure is dropping. We're doing such good things for ourselves at so many different layers and levels of our body. Good, kids. Bring your knees back in. Take your leggings up. Do the splits again just to make sure we're super flexible. Good. Now wrap your right thigh over your left as strongly as you can. And if God made you to slink right ankle underneath left ankle, now's the time. Let your left foot drift down. This might be surprisingly tight for many people, just to let the left foot come all the way down. Of course, it may not be. You might just still have your factory installed range of motion. It's not a problem. If it's too easy, then just lift your butt up higher, put another block underneath your buns. Then you'll feel it, trust me. Maybe count your breath. Do you have that kind of patience and ability to pay attention? Could you do 3 counts in and 4 counts out? At least once? Okay, now with your left foot on the floor, just uncross your right knee. Both feet are flat on the floor. Now, just for some stimulation, we're just going to science experiment and see how high we can lift our hips up off of the block. How much space can you get? That's going to be different. Some of you aren't going to be able to lift your hips at all. Some of you will lift your hips 4, 5, 6 inches. But whatever that is for you, keeping your feet flat and stable, just escalate your undercarriage to the moon. Lift up. I think there might be a brand new crescent moon tonight. I'm going to go out and look. Lift up your moons. A little higher. Good. Now softly bring thy bunnage down. Good. Now bring your knees in. Our butt's still on the block. Take your legs up. I want you to be super careful with this pose. It's called Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Keeping essentially my sacral dimples, my belt line up on the block. I'm going to let my legs jackknife over the top of me. And if I was a really cool superstar yoga guy with 1 billion followers, my legs would fold completely over my body, but that's not my karma. I have a different karma. So I just let my legs slowly fold over my body. I love this long back of leg stretch. Now imagine if you were doing this pose the other way with your legs underneath you, you'd be folding over your legs, obviously. But this is a different way to get at it. And what's interesting about doing it this way is that it really, it forces a fold at the hips and the proper arrangement of your spine. You can't really jack your spine or force your head. You just let your legs patiently, peacefully, prudently, properly, precisely fold over your body. And as long as you keep the top of your sacrum on the block, then it really does nice work on your form. Keep the inner ankle bones together. But now inhale, bend your knees a little. Exhale, fiercely straighten your legs. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, bend your knees for some relief. Exhale, fiercely straighten your legs. 1, 2, 3. Now, one more half a minute just to get a delicious stretch, blood irrigation of the back of your legs. We may not be able to feel it, but even it feels like there's nothing's happening. I'm not getting more. Yeah, you are. There's millions and millions of cells that are undergoing the most microscopic change. The conscious mind can't see it, but our soul can, and it all pays off. Good. Now legs straight back up. Resume that nice arch of your lower back. Bend your knees. Bring your feet down. Lift your buns up super high. Get the block out of the way. Slowly bring your buns down. Feet together, knees butterfly out to the side. Grab your elbows. And if it's not too much for you, just rest your elbows up over your head. And this is called pancake batter pose, where you're just flat as can be. You might even suck your abdominal wall down a little bit to push your tailbone out and get some anterior rotation of your pelvis. If you're making any sense of that. All right, let's sit up for the concluding portion of class, shall we? What a good class. I think a twist is definitely in order. So, man, I know a lot of twists. So here's one we've not done for a very long time. My right leg is going out. My left foot just pulls in like this. Okay, this ain't bad. Then take this foot and cross it over like that. Now, for a lot of friends, just grabbing your left elbow around your left knee will be pretty good. And you just turn a little bit to the left like that. If possible, you would bring this in, and maybe you could wrap your right elbow around your left knee. And of course, this would stretch your flanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I'm going to suck my guts in, and maybe you're even a little bendier than this. And maybe you could put your left hand on the floor, extend your right arm up. Again, this is optional. Stay at the previous place if that's best. Exhale, turn more left. Hook your elbow outside your knee. Turn your right forearm up and turn to the left. And feel this twist. That was 3 different twists. Think about that left foot, nice and sealed and flat on the floor. Think about your right thigh bone kind of inwardly spiraling, your right toes firm and frisky. Inhale here. Exhale and depart from that twist. And again, my job is to give you something that you can do. Left leg out. And maybe you're at the point, man, you just drag your right foot in. This is where you're going to be, maybe. And you just hang on for dear life with your right elbow around your right knee. Maybe after a while, you'll get this foot over the top. I've got some brand new students at my local community center, and they can't cross this foot over. And I'm just encouraging them, just pretty soon the foot will go over and you'll be able to reach forward and grab it. One day, the left elbow will go around the right knee. Your belly might be in the way, like my cat. So you suck your guts in, and this might be it, your left elbow around your right knee, and that might be a really good twist for you. But you might be bored and want more, so your right hand goes on the floor. You inhale up, you've always been a bendy person. Inhale. Exhale super much, turn very much to the right, hook your elbow outside your knee. And using your right arm as a brace, turn your whole spine to the right. Now here's a thought. If you're bendier than this, straighten your left arm and reach your left hand toward your left shin and grab it. Maybe that's easy. The key to yoga is to do what you can do and find that place and get familiar with it so that you can make these small course corrections. Inhale here. Good, and come out of tonight's twist, which I really liked. Now, re-extend your right leg out and re-grab this left ankle and put it over your right knee, like that. That's all, just the ankle over the top. And then, if possible, fold righty in like this. If that's not happening, if this somewhat more exotic, hip-opened way of sitting is not for you, sit with your legs in whatever way works. Because now we're going topside here. We're going to do some Sheryl Crows because it hasn't been a big shoulder night. Palms open, gently pull back, right arm under. Beginning pose, grab your shoulders and make out with yourself. And then fold up your arms when the day comes. And then go up and down with your elbows. And then maybe make some big ellipses, ... with your elbows. Other way. I'm always hoping that consistent work doing this will dig out the thing that causes migraines in my neck, back, and shoulders. And if it doesn't, I'm not giving up, man. I'm going to keep trying. Good. Now sit tall, elbows right in front. Turn your face, elbows, and chest to the right. Now turn your face all the way to the left as a counter stretch. Tilt your head to the left. Drop your chin. And almost the feeling of straightening your arms out a little bit if you're really bendy. Close your eyes. Be a calm, peaceful soul. I have everything I need by the grace of God, love, source, infinite, glorious spirit to be blissfully happy right here in this moment. Good, now we're going to bring this structure back to the center, all of it. We'll release. We'll bring the elbows up. We'll just give them a little loosey-goosey, a little, hi, how you doing? Good, then take your opposable thumbs that dolphins are jealous of into the middle center bottom of your feet and massage deeply in as if you have cat feet. Find not the most comfortable spot. That was interestingly said. Right, yeah, right there. Push in. Close your eyes. Feel that. Yoga makes you feel better. Yoga makes you feel everything better. Inhale for an Om. Very good. One more side, and we will have completed our karmic obligation for the evening. Left leg out, right ankle over the top, left shin folds under. If this way of sitting cross-legged is not for you, maybe your way is like, you know what, this is fine. Just leave me alone. As long as you do it, then that counts. It's like me in my music theory class. My teacher recognizes that I'm uh, not the sharpest tool in the shed yet, and so as long as I just do something, he's really proud of me. I feel like I'm 4 years old. It's great. Arms out. Cheryl Crows. Wait till I get him in a yoga class. I am gonna. Oh man, yoga teaching your enemy, your friends, is the best revenge. Palms open. Good. Pull back. Ah. Open your heart, left arm under, grab your shoulders. This is fine for now. Fold them up when you can. Ups and downs. No, he's actually the nicest guy in the world. Unbelievably kind. Ups and downs. Cycles. Dig out that stuff. Other way. I've actually figured out how to solve migraine headaches in my life. I just have to stop doing anything. No arms, no shoulders, just lay in bed all day with blankets curled up in a fetal position and have somebody spoon feed me and tickle my throat so I'll swallow. But I'm not going to do that. Good now, tall spine. Turn everything to the left as far as you go. Further. Now turn your face all the way to the right. Tilt your head to the right with attitude. Drop your chin. Hold your baby up against, not against, away from the alligator. I love the love of mother, the infinite. You know, moms would just, they'd go, they'd go for the alligator, man. You ain't getting my kid. That's a incredible brand of love, isn't it? You're loved like that. Dads are like, yeah, go ahead, let the alligator eat. Good, now we'll bring it back to the center. Just kidding. Grab your elbows, brings them up. Your dad wasn't like that. My dad was like that. That was my dad's saying, alligators got to eat, side to side. Good, we'll bring it down. Prayer mitts at your heart. Drop your chin. Now, just a moment for you on your own, silent prayer of what you would pray for. Good, my friends. Now I will hold time and space, time in this hand, space in this hand, as you spread out on the floor like pizza dough, and 5 minutes of absolutely nothing. Avita saying, Helga, great to see you. Moi. Spread yourself out. Resign from life for a few minutes. Okay, my beautiful friends, there's that guy's voice from, well, just down the street or all the way on the other side of the globe, wherever you are. But there's my voice saying gently, softly, softly and gently breathe back toward your body. It's a sacred moment, sacred time. There's great power in this blending of Atman and Brahman, big self and infinite and small self. Feel that connection. And in this blessed moment of connection, Greg suggests wiggling your fingers and toes and conjuring extra super feel God and swishing it around your body. I don't think the notion of feeling God is unusual. I think it's the most natural, beautiful, glorious thing we could attain. Good, nice deep breath back in your bod. Curl onto your right side when you're ready. Good. Now, please keep your eyes closed when you sit up. There's a powerful reason we do it. And if you trust me, you'll build this beautiful, unshakable sense of center that will be with you through thick and thin. And then our paws fit nicely at our heart. Our head bows wisely to our heart. We are the one that becomes many. Altogether we say, Namaste. You YouTubers, thank you. Thank you for spreading this thing around the world. I'm super grateful. It's took a long time to get the momentum and I couldn't do it without you. So if you're watching and liking but not subscribing, here's your big chance. Like and subscribe, leave a comment. This is the best yoga I've ever seen. Who the hell do you think you are? Go ahead, give me your slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. I would gladly.